this idea is very old, and I remember location scouting for it in like 2024.
And you guys are going on a tour, the UBANI tour, starting on the 21st of March. Okay, tickets are 50 rand.
So the work has always been happening behind the scenes, even though maybe like however many years, 8 years later, it's only like now we're showing our faces.
Do better, producers. Like, can we stop antagonizing people? I'm tired of the propaganda, and y'all are proving it to be true. Like,
we're creating high quality local cinema.
yeah,
This is art of the highest standard.
you're missing out. Like, it's so, please, like.
I live in a state of anticipation because once he's told me the idea, it's sort of like I immediately see it.
What's up, beautiful people? My name is Aphiwe Mduli, and you are tuned into the Brazen Black podcast. We are here at Artistry at BAI Heatskrs, and I am honored to be seated with the producer and director, writer, Soma Almal of the amazing short film UBANI. Help me welcome Ayanda MSOMI and NQANAWE SHANGASE. Hi guys.
Hey.
How are you? How you doing?
We are good.
Very happy
we
to
are
be
very
here.
happy to be here.
That's great. Well, I'm very happy because obviously I have the honor and privilege of knowing Ayanda. So this is like homegirl, family reunion, crossover episode of the century. You know the vibes. So before we get into things, UBANI Law is an amazing film. Right off like the first second, you are drawn within it and you're just locked in. And as we all heard in the theater, the applause was loud, passionate. You know, how does it feel to see people receive your piece of art that way?
It's overwhelming, very overwhelming for me. I think after the applause and everything and watching everyone react, I have to take a few deep breaths just to bring myself back. It's also very humbling. It's very overwhelming, but in a good way. It brings me a lot of gratitude because NQANAWE is my partner in life and all the things that he says. And to see him being honored in that way is very humbling, and it gives me a lot of gratitude. So, yeah.
Yes, gratitude. And another thing I think I want to add is like a reassurance or like a reaffirmation. We have a specific way in which we work, in which we like approaching story, production, and the work that we do in general. So to be able to have an intention and then do your best in executing, and then people receive it either exactly the way you wanted them to receive it, if not even with more positivity. So more than just the gratitude and being overwhelmed is also the reassurance that, okay, you're on the right path. You guys are on the right path. Keep being faithful to this way of creating art.
Yeah, and I relate to that last part. I just want to go back to what you said, Ayanda, about you supporting or loving to see NQANAWE's work be honored. As a producer, I've said before that that's like my personal like motivation, that seeing the work of others be put forward, then I know I've done my job. And I really just want you to speak about that process of believing in this idea of UBANI Law.
Okay. The idea is very old. Most of NQANAWE's ideas are very old. And I have the pleasure and honor of hearing about them maybe 10 thoughts after the thought came.
Yeah.
So this idea is very old. And I remember location scouting for it in like 2024. I would take pictures and send NQANAWE and like,
Yes.
I think this is the location. And obviously it wasn't the location because we didn't shoot there. But most of his ideas are very old, and I live in a state of anticipation because once he's told me the idea, it's sort of like I immediately see it. I see those, whether it's a scene or a feature, I see it in my head, and it's like, okay, when is it gonna happen? And then when he's ready, because obviously I can't push, it's not my baby. Well, it is, but it's not.
Yeah.
When he's ready and he's like, okay, I think let's do this. My answer is always an immediate yes, because like about time, you know. And then when he does it, it's sort of like allowing him to be in his element while supporting the producing way. It's like, okay, don't worry about this, I'm here. Don't worry about this, I'm there. But just focus on what you need to focus on so that you can actualize what you had in your head.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna segue. I hardly ever do this, but I'm gonna segue. the opening scene,
Yeah.
sorry, the opening shot.
Yeah.
He woke up in the morning, he told me about it, and I was like, do it. And then I think the days were going by, and I was just like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it. I was just like, NQANAWE, do the shot. It's amazing. I loved it from the time he told me. And as much as it didn't come out as perfectly as it was supposed to, I'm glad that he did it, because now he has done it, and all he has to do now is perfect it.
Yeah.
So my role is really just anticipation and saying it's about time, let's do it, because I'm always ready. For me, yeah, I'm always ready.
Yeah. And how does that feel to have that great support, knowing that like, okay, I just got to do what I got to do, and I just know that it's going to come together in the end?
It's great. Before I even answer, I just want to say thank you so much for wearing yellow.
Oh, yes,
for
I'm wearing
Vanilla.
yellow. UBANI lost one, yes.
This is the kind of UBANI look, guys. Anywhere you see yellow, just know it's us.
Yeah.
To answer your question, it feels amazing. So I've also had the, I want to say, benefit or displeasure of dealing with other producers. But before I even dealt with other producers, Ayanda has always been there, like since get-go. The first video I ever uploaded on YouTube, if you go check right now, the credits, Ayanda's there as a producer. So the work has always been happening behind the scenes, even though maybe like however many years, 8 years later, it's only like now we're showing our faces. And the reason why it's always happened like that is because of having someone who fully believes in the idea, has no desire to own the idea, make it their own, or insert themselves, or sort of like, because sometimes it happens as producers, and sometimes it's not even a malicious thing. It's out of genuine care that you have a producer kind of impose themselves on you and be like, no, I think we should do this instead, or I think we should do that. It is difficult to make films. We're burning through money with each second, so you kind of have to really not be precious, be very efficient, especially cost effective. So like she was mentioning the shot is an impossible shot. We tried it, we did our best. I know how to execute it, but we didn't have the resources. But for her to still be like, let's do it, even though we tried to, like, the entire point was to get the film in a day, and that took a lot to pull off that shot, you know. And it was the first thing we shot in the morning because we needed the sun where it was at that time. Also, we needed to get it out of the way because after that it's chop, chop, chop. We're working, no stopping or going forward. So to always know, I've had the privilege on most of my productions to work with people outside of just Ayanda who are there for me, like genuinely just there for me. They're there to help me make sure everything comes out. I've very rarely, when I'm working with my people, ever been frustrated by them or anything with that. It's usually just like the task is more, monumental, and so we're all just trying to get through it together. But like I said, I have had the other experience of working with other producers, and unfortunately I've had a horrible experience, like almost comical in terms of how horrible it is. So I have the benefit of being like, man, I am so blessed,
'cause you've seen
like
both
beyond
sides,
measure, to be able to work with someone who's fully on my side.
That's amazing. Do better, producers. Like, can we stop antagonizing people? I'm tired of the propaganda, and y'all are proving it to be true. Like, can we please do better? Anyway, so I want us to focus on the youthful, vibrant, colorful, just pizzazz of UBANI Law. Personally, I think my question is just like, how do you achieve that? Was it from like words on a page, or was it something that only started like when you start doing treatments or discussing the page to screen translation?
So my first talent is drawing, but my longest talent is writing. So the basis of everything I do is writing. And so to answer your question, it starts with the script. It starts with the idea. It starts with me distilling, like I was saying, it's an old idea. So I spend years distilling it in my head, toying around with it. Also, there's a lot of power in allowing an idea to go beyond the point where it excites you while it's still within you. Like get to the point where it's just like, yeah, you know, and then it's only when you're like, okay, I can't move on from this, I need to do this, then you come back to that. So that's, sorry, can you just repeat the other part of your
Well, I was just like asking, like, where does it start to bring that vibrant energy?
Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. So with writing, I love comedy. I love writing a bunch of stuff, but I do enjoy and respect comedy a lot. This is our first comedy, us venturing into comedy.
Really?
Yes.
You
Our first
ate
three short
that.
films are thrillers.
Thrillers,
I'm
just
very much a
thriller.
thriller guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love watching them. I love making them. But with this one, I'm also very big on comedy, but I respect comedy. And so it is with that respect for the comedy and the humor, there's jokes that I make that, you know, that sometimes I think only I can get.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's a joke about Maskandi, but hip hop, but this, but that, but it also comes back to the government. You know, I like jokes like that. Where it's like, it's almost tied into everything like that. So I'd say the youthfulness of the script, even ultimately the characters, because the characters are to some degree a very high extent like reflections of myself. These are arguments I have with myself, sometimes with Ayanda, sometimes with my friend Zara over there. We've had these arguments in real life.
I can relate as well. I've had
Yeah.
those kind of conversations. I was like, that's me.
And so it's bringing all of that, even in the treatment when I was approaching actors and literally everybody else in the treatment, I mentioned how this is essentially like, you know, the conspiracy theories we all come up with, like, hey, how's Uzi? You know, that type of
It's like,
situation.
"Wah, I get cold or that, I
Yeah,
don't
but
believe
like
you."
presenting it in my own way. Proud to say the conspiracy theory in the film has been verified by someone very close to. But anyways, but yes,
that.
so the youthfulness of that comes from these little voices in your head where you're like, there's a joke that really cracks me up. I wonder if it's gonna crack other people up.
Yeah.
And then incorporating that and being faithful to that.
That's amazing. And I think it makes a lot of sense because you see that in the film and it even extends to color. I mean, yellow, yes. Why not yellow? Why not yellow?
It's I'm so sorry, just you know, when you mentioned the color was also a huge thing. We took a huge swing with our colorist. Yeah, we were very pedantic about we wanted to look a specific way. We wanted to look like something you've never seen, but at the same time when you see it, you're like, that looks very South African, but like in a way you've never seen. So there was a lot of, we spent a lot of time in post just pulling on references, sort of like an urban reiteration of like, if you guys remember this, there's a tint, there's a grade we once had and we stuck around in the mid 2000s, early to mid 2000s in South African television.
Yes.
That bronze, that orange and teal, we kind of stayed there a little bit. If you watch the film, it comes through, especially with Tadeusz with his hat. We kind of graded it, but in a very modern way, you know, to distinguish
It's
that.
like connecting.
Yeah.
Connecting the dots,
To distinguish from kind of like, was no way are referencing this, because the film is about referencing. It's about referencing everything we've done as South African artists, South African creatives. And so it goes as far as even the color and how we treat the color. Experimenting, but also very much being like, we're sampling. You know, like in music, you sample a
You
lot.
sample, yes.
This is what we're trying to do also with the film, where it's like you're chopping up pieces of the South African like pop culture zeitgeist or law, and you're putting it into a new narrative in a way it's never been shaped before. So that's very much UBANI law.
I'm just eating all of this lore. You know, you mentioned that the film is self-funded. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
Right. And you guys are going on a tour, the UBANI tour, starting on the 21st of March. Okay, tickets are 50 rand.
50
Launch again,
rands.
sweater.
You see?
Yeah.
Right. So with navigating the tour, is that also self-funded? And in addition to that, what is the importance of, I just want to hear your take on the importance of taking a film to the people.
So with the entire self-funded aspect of the film, yes, fully. The film is fully self-funded. We did get support, we did get sponsorships here and there, and we did get, I did mention earlier on, we signed like deferred payments because a lot of people believed in us and trusted us. Some we've worked with before, and there was a lot of belief in the idea. And so they were more than happy to be like, listen, let's do this. This is amazing. Let's do it. And then we'll make sure, but sign the paperwork up front. So that later when it's done and we're showing it to people, the money is when it's time for them to roll in, they go to the right people. So I just want to first clarify that.
Okay.
So all of the support came from that, and the self-funded part of it. I don't like saying it, but this is the first time I'm saying it on the record. We cashed out more Provident Fund and made the film. So it's the reason why I mentioned that is not to create some narrative, but it's to just show what it takes to make a film.
Yeah.
We're not all given the same opportunities. It's not all, you make it how you can.
Yeah.
This film was already behind by roughly what, 3 years
Yeah, 2, 3
initially from
years,
the
yes.
time we wanted to make it. And there's many ways to raise funds to make a film. But one of them is literally just taking your own salary and saying, I am making this film. So that's what we did. That's the self-funded part of the production. And then with the tour, it was also self-funded because we want to maintain that part where when the little 50 rands and the start rolling in,
Yeah.
we're able to fairly take them back to where they need to go, cover the cost, but also make sure we pay the people back. We are absolutely looking for all the help and support, sponsorships, partnerships we can get. The film has built quite a buzz for itself, as you mentioned. You saw the reaction for yourself. A lot of people want to see the film. And some of you may or may not know, but it's very difficult, guys, to distribute short films locally. It's very difficult to distribute short films in the world.
Yeah.
There's no market for them. They're usually treated as proof of concepts, as demos, as CVs and whatnot. And while that makes sense, at the end of the day, we do pour our money and lives into these things. So if there is a film that is of standard that people want to see more of, we understand also we live in South Africa, there's not that much disposable income for people to just go to the cinema and go see a film. So we've decided that we're going to take it directly to people however we can, whether it's partnering with independent businesses or small enterprises or other freelancers or other filmmakers. We're just trying to get the film out there to people as much as possible. It's an ultra South African film, as you saw.
Very much
It's
so.
very much, if you're South African, by any way, whether it's just you being on this land for even 1 or 2 years, you watch that film, it immediately resonates with you. And so we want to have that impact in real life, not just post it on YouTube and post a link and then, rake up the analytics, which is great. But we also want people, like real people, to see our film and engage with it and live within that culture. And hopefully the film can also, rise and be at a level where it's within the cultural zeitgeist itself. Pretty much what it's trying to do for all of our art. But self-funded. For now.
Period.
Ayanda, this is to you, right?
Oh.
I just want true or false.
Okay.
Ntepe described you as the fixer. True or false?
I'm gonna say part true, mostly true. Yeah, true. Yeah, I'll say true. I know he said I know how to be calm. That is true. I can calm down.
Okay. Thank you for watching the podcast. NQANAWE, true or false? Ntepe Mashaya.
Do tell.
True or false?
Yes, I want to say he meant it endearingly. I mean, obviously, yes, he meant it endearingly. And Ntepe, and I shout out to Ntepe.
Yes.
I have your delivery. It's also going to be part of the lineup of the tour. It's just going to, it's going to open. And we made a fantastic film with Ntepe. Ntepe is an amazing person.
Yeah.
And yes, to answer your question, the word Mashaya has a negative connotation to it. It sounds like I'm
You're
a
scammer.
sleazy scammer, yeah. But the honest truth is that we made a great film and we're letting people know about it. That's really the bottom line of it.
Yeah.
And we have to talk about our films, guys. We have to
Yes.
talk about our films.
Because we love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
And me, I don't want to hide that it's good. I want other people to experience the
Don't.
goodness of the film.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And just on the part of Mashaya Hustler, at the end of the day, it is filmmaking, and we are in South Africa. South Africa is a very difficult market, very difficult to crack. There's a lot happening, and so at the end of the day, we can't be fancy about our films and too precious, in the States, people can afford to be mysterious and cool and calm and collected. Like, yeah, I just directed a film.
Yeah, like
Nonchalant.
You can't, yeah. You're gonna have to tell people. You're gonna have to tell people why it's good. You're gonna have to bug. I've bugged people about UBANI. Imagine you just saw UBANI Lo. You would think it's easy to get people to be like, okay, fine, here's my 10 minutes, let me watch it. sometimes you have to beg someone. And it's only after they watch the film, then they're like, oh my goodness, you are not wasting my time. So I think with that hustler part, that what I want to say where it comes from knowing what you have and the value of what you have and knowing what it took for you to make it and how much you put into it and knowing that you're not excuse language, but you're not BSing, you're not taking people for a ride, you're not also being lousy and lazy in like the artistic integrity of the film or the piece of art that you're creating. So when you know, I mean, at least, you know, my conscience is clean, guys. You guys saw the film. I laid my soul bare over there. If you see the film, you pretty much know me at this point. And so it's that love and dedication to the work that to the person watching from outside, it's like Mashaya, but it's like, no, but check it out for real, you know? But yeah.
And I love that you're motivating people to not feel shy and like all timid. Like, yeah, guys, please watch my film. Like, it's really nice. And I'm glad that you're saying that because it's quite affirming. Not just for me, because I can be shy, but sometimes I'm not. I think I'm like in between now. I'm like outgrowing a couple of things. But I think for many emerging filmmakers or people who could feel like they could be more confident, it is so nice to see what you guys are doing with UBANI Law and for UBANI Law, and obviously the whole insinuation group and how that's coming along, which is great. And my somewhat semi-last question to you is, what is something that you would say to someone like right now? They're like, oh, I like the yellow. I like the vibes. This sounds like a nice film. You know, I haven't seen it, but I'm hearing that with just 50 Rand from the 21st of March in Soweto, I could come and see it. What do you just want to say? Isn't like, what would you say to them?
Oh, okay. I'll say come and see the film. Really do come and see the film. And then once you're done, tell other people to come and see the film. We are doing something that's never been done before because we believe in making films accessible to everyone. So once you come, wherever you're going to watch it from, whether wherever you'll be, once you're done watching it, talk about it, because we are also trying to build that culture of watch and then engage, watch and engage. So once you've seen the film, talk about it, post about it, so that whoever is following you can see the film and just come and enjoy it, an ultra South African experience, and read more books.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what absolutely everything Ayanda said, what I do want to mention is we are in a very interesting time in the industry globally, but especially locally. And there's a lot of instability, but it's also a pretty exciting time, guys. It's allowing us to be able to create works like UBANI Law, because another thing that UBANI Law is birthed from, if that's proper English, is frustration.
Yeah.
It's frustration with how things have been done. It's frustrations with the limitations that come with telling a story, making a film, and eventually being like, you know what, stuff it. Let's do it our way. And so at the core of it, you are supporting like a new generation, a new age of filmmakers that are here to stay, because we knew, but like we've been here for close to 10 years. You know, we knew in the sense of like, you know, our head above the ground, being like, hey guys, we're here. But we've been doing this for a very long time, and we are not going anywhere anytime soon. So you are feeding into the type of South African cinema that you want to see.
Yes.
For most of you, hopefully, if you're watching this video, you've already seen the trailer. The trailer speaks for itself. And it is the tip of the iceberg of what actually happens in the film. So trust, there's more from where that trailer came from. So if you see the trailer and you like what you see, please come through 21st of March. So it's a gallery. It's 50 Rands for a ticket. There's an hour we've designed around that, guys, so that can be fun. You watch the short film, you engage with us. There's going to be other people there. There's going to be artists who are involved in the making of UBANI Law and some of the music that is within UBANI Law. So please come through, guys. It's going to be a fantastic time. And then ultimately also what you're doing, what I do want people to understand is the money that you will be paying for your ticket is coming directly to us, to our accounts. So that we can pay cast and crew, so that we can also cover the costs of the film. Ultimately, so that we can get to the point where we're able to make our next film, which is locked and loaded and in the chamber. It's good cinema, guys. It's more than just supporting. Usually don't like using the word supporting because it sounds more like a charity case situation. We're creating high quality local cinema.
Yeah.
This is art of the
Yeah.
highest standard. It
It's
sounds like we're
something you've
tooting our
never
own
seen
horn.
before.
And we can say
But
that
it is,
because
like,
Yeah,
I
no, it
don't
is.
think-
I'm not
don't
even
think it's to your
lying.
own horn
Yeah.
like
I'm not
that.
lying.
and so I'm sure someone is watching and saying, well, how can you say that? Have you seen all South African films? Well, we actually
Yeah,
have.
we
We actually
Yeah,
have.
we
We watch a
watch.
lot of South
we
African
know what
films.
you guys be cooking.
If you know anything about us,
goodness.
you know a huge
Yeah.
part of our journey is South African film commentary and commentating. We've been a huge part of the culture, and that feeds back into also the art that we create. We know
Yeah.
what people actually want instead of, no, this is what the audience wants. The audience wants good art.
Yes.
Exactly.
Whether it comes in this package or that package or that package, if you can give something that's sincere, that is of standard, that's what the audience wants.
100%.
And sometimes it's stuff they've never seen before, such as
Yes.
UBANI Lo. So please come through 21st of March. So it's a gallery, 50 rands a ticket.
And web ticket by there.
Web tickets by there. Yeah.
And there's a book drive. correct?
Yes,
So
yes, we are
bring
doing a
old
book drive.
books,
Yes.
Read. Hashtag literacy wins. Oh, I need to read more. Literacy wins.
Yes.
The film is basically about three guys who are going to a bookstore to look for a book that doesn't exist. So that's kind of the whole book aspect of it. Do come. Do come with old books. We're very much big on reading. It's a very edutainment-driven film. Once you've seen it, you learn a lot when you watch it. And
Yeah.
but books also are very central to the film. So when you do come through to the tour, we'd love any old books that you're not using, that you don't need, exchange, swap. We want to build a culture of literacy, all types of media literacy, you know.
Yes.
Ultimately, the film is resting on the shoulders of media literacy. So please come through.
You see, you heard it. So don't bore me, don't bore us. Like you're missing, you're missing out. Like it's so please, like do me. If you're not gonna do it for you, do it for me. Do it for them. Do it for the
Do it for the
love of
kids.
South Africa.
Do it for the
Right.
kids.
Do it for the
Yes.
Do it for the kids. You guys are complaining that the kids don't know anything. Give them books.
Give them books and give them
Exactly.
UBANI Lo.
Yes.
Exactly.
This
My
is a family-friendly
God.
film. Anybody can watch it and enjoy
Yes.
it. A child who's 7 years old can watch this film and enjoy it. We are
Yes.
coming to a school near you too.
Period. You see, guys, film for everyone, everything that you stand for and everything that this film stands for, like, as the people, they want to reach you. So be reachable. And thank you so much for taking some time out of your evening to speak with us. It's been amazing. This film is amazing. Please run and see it. It's UBANI Lo season. You don't want to miss out.
Love it.
Exactly. So, you see? So, do the right things. Do the things that need to be done. And yeah, that's us. Salute BBAFF'ies.